All right, we're starting a new chapter today. The chapter is called Dictators and War, which is World War II is a huge chapter, okay? It's actually two chapters, and we're going to break it down into before America gets involved, which is Dictators and War, and then after America gets involved, we're going to call it World War II, okay? Even though, truthfully, both of them are World War II, I didn't want to have World War II Part 1 and World War II Part 2. It sounded weird. Okay, our first definition, Benito Mussolini, okay? We ran into him in World War I, right? He was the sniper. So he's a totalitarian leader of Italy's fascist government during World War II, okay? Totalitarian means you have total control. So he's a dictator, right? Same thing up there. And he is fascist. We're going to talk about fascism right there. So you're going to learn that very quickly. All right, number 2, Joseph Stalin. Okay, and yes, this is correctly how you spell his name. He doesn't have a PH on the end, he has an F, okay? He's the leader of the Soviet Union during World War II. He's the guy that murdered Lenin, okay? By refusing to give up World War II Soviet land gains, he contributed to the start of the Cold War. Okay, we're going to get to the Cold War after World War II, but this is the leap definition for Joseph Stalin. And if you remember from the beginning of the year, I told you that the bolded terms throughout your vocabulary, those are leap definitions. And if you highlight them throughout the year, you will have a list of leap definitions to study at the end, right before the leap test. Number 3 is fascism, a nationalist ideology that solves problems by exalting racial strength and purity. Simply put, y'all, fascism is racism, extreme racism, mixed with extreme nationalism. So not only do you think that your country's the best country on earth, but you think that your race is the best race on earth, and those two things should be one and the same, okay? In other words, purify the race, kick out all people that are not your race, and create a completely pure country. That's fascism. That's a general definition of fascism. It goes a little bit deeper than that, but we're not going to get into that in this class. All right, moving on. We have 2 more for this video, okay? All right, pacifist, okay? The root word is passive, okay? So, individuals that believe that war is never justifiable and should always be avoided. So people that think you should never fight for any reason, these people are pacifists. It is also related to the word pacifier, peaceful, right? Okay, totalitarian, maybe that one should have been first, okay? So totalitarian, government in which individuals exist to serve their government and have no rights other than those given by the government. So the government has total control over your life, every single aspect. The only reason for you to exist is to make sure the government prospers. That's totalitarianism, okay?